Let me say something to you all, and this is to all the people who follow Elijah and Kenyatta. You follow my brand, you follow me, and I appreciate the support. But let me say this real quick. Following me as a person, as Elijah, man, being who I am, following the struggle, there's no hidden motives with me. I am who I say I am. I stand on what I stand on. I'm not on trial or anything like that. But in order to be who I supposed to, what I am intending to be and will always be, is be authentically myself. I challenge you all, if you want to be received in this world and not allowing the enemy to chastise you, which that's not going to stop the enemy from coming at you and getting at you. But in order to infuriate the enemy, whoever that may be, make sure you be able to stand in your truth. Make sure you be totally authentic in yourself, without a shadow of doubt, without anything, any wavering movements. Be yourself. You're going to be tested. Maybe being tested now. Just like if you've seen the movie The 8 Mile, when Eminem was in that movie, and I said this in my live before, when his opponent, the enemy, who was the enemy across from him, was he was licking his chops, ready to rip him a new one. And Eminem had a moment of clarity when Cheddar Bomb threw up something to him and said, you worried about what he gonna bring up about your past, this, that, and third, your mom and all that. That was a blessing. It kind of let him know, it pretty much put him in a place of saying, he went into deep thought of saying, I have to be myself. So when he came up with his words in that freestyle battle, he chose to do something that many don't have the courage to do. But so many have came in the past that have done. It takes courage. You have to be authentic. What did Eminem do in that movie? He told everything about himself, and he stood in his truth. That's what it's all about by being authentic, man. In order for when the enemy comes at you, you make sure you be able to stand in your truth. Make sure you be able to stand in your truth, regardless of what had happened, whatever mistakes have happened to you, or if you've done. Make sure you be able to stand in your truth. Don't be the coward. Don't take the Chicken George way out of it or turn cowardly. And that's not to shoot Chicken George down in any form or fashion, but that was a different time. But the point is, what I'm saying is, don't take the cowardly route out. Stand in your truth. See, when you start running away from your truth and things that you made, you have something to hide. I choose to stand in my truth. I have no reason. So when the enemy comes to attack me, and he comes and he tried to ridicule me or ridicule you, for that matter, make sure you be a woman enough and a man enough to stand in your truth without any fear. And watch how that goes. Watch you being utilized. God will use you even more. Because the lessons that I've learned in this life is that the biggest teacher is life is all about experiences. Everyone have them. Some dark past, but that's what you have in common, even in this conversation I'm having with you all, being direct. When you think about and you read some of the allegorical stories from different biblical texts, from different scrolls and all, different prophets, what they all had in common was they was flawed. Everyone has flaws. Do not let people hold you or subjugate you for what you've done wrong. When you make your choice, we all have fell short of the Most High's grace. We all have fallen short of God's ways of doing things, right? But he let you up and he got you up. He cleaned you up. Make sure you stand in that. And make sure you thank God for the courage to be able to stand in your truth, because your truth could save people who are or have been in those circumstances before. That's why it's so important. The second reason why it's so important for you to be authentically true, so God can use you even more and be a beacon to light to others and say, look, this person was in darkness, but he found the light, or she found the light, and they keep choosing to get up and try to be the best version of themselves. Short message to someone. Listen to what I'm saying. Don't pay attention to the person who's speaking. Don't pay attention to me as the messenger. Listen to the message. All right? I need y'all to tighten up, chin up, and let's get to it.